showing us, man. Hey, shalom, shalom. First things first, we want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kafadash. And we say, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kafadash. And we give double honor to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders and great millstones. The public walkway, appreciate it though. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are apostle elders and great millstone, which feeds us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. In the time of the end, 2023, which is the hopeful year that all the prophecies are fulfilled. We are taken out of this hellhole that is called America, Babylon the Great in the Bible that's set to be in the Third World War with Russia and their allies, and it's going to be nuked off the face of the earth, man. All right? And you people that are on this planet or on this continent right now, you got to fear, man. All right? You're here for two reasons, judgment and salvation, man. Go ahead, brother.
The 12 tribes of Israel, which consist of Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, Levi, the so-called Haitians, Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, Zebulon, the so-called Monotypic, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, Gad, the so-called North American Indians, Reuben, the so-called Super Indians, Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians, Chileans, Asher, the so-called Colombians, the Uruguayans, and Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. These are the people who we call God and the anointed is coming backwards, but only for the elect of the nation of Israel.
That's right. That's right. We're in the time of the end, man. Prophecies are right in your face. This Third World War is getting ready to crack. We're in it. We used to say the war is coming. We're in the war. U.S. weapons are killing Russian soldiers, man. Biden just went over to Ukraine in a surprise visit and showing support for Ukraine at the anniversary of this so-called war. We are at the door of this nuclear war, man. You can't even say you can't see it. They've already been sending billions of dollars over there to Ukraine, man. What do you think Russia's gonna do? Russia told the places, if you get involved in this war, you're now a target, man. So Russia's ready to go. And you people can't, you can cry it all you want, but guess what? This war is already locked in. It's going to escalate to a ground warfare for a small time, and then it's going to escalate to nuclear warfare. The prophecies are right in your face. It says the third woe cometh quickly. What is woe? Woe means destruction. If you read the scriptures, man. So we're in a time where we're witnessing prophecy. So the Bible, you look down and you take it as a hobby. You go to Easter one day a damn year, and you pretend that you're a supposed Christian. Them days are back in the over, because the tires meet the road. You gotta ask yourself, how close are you to these scriptures, man? How close are you to the Most High? If you're an Israelite, though. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Go ahead, my brother. I got a precept for you.
All right, man. What time are we in? We are in the time of judgment. We are in the time of destruction, man. We are in the time of war. Right, man? We're not in the time of having fun and partying, man. Right, man? Now, there's a time of the season for everything, man. Right, man? Now, you can have your mirth, but there comes a time, man, when you have to take into consideration, like, what time are we in? Are we in that time? Or we're in the time of destruction? Right, man? We are in the time of war, man. Now, the time of our reputation is coming up.
That's right.
All right, man? Because, because World War III, it won't fully pop off until the MOTB is implemented, man.
And they have to have that financial reset, which has to have a financial odo ad chaos. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which thou hast, Salakia, which I have told thee before. And you seeing it, man. We've told you these things. We told you of the coming war. We here. Russia and U.S. will lock horns in a nuclear exchange, man. It's evident, man. Biden just went over to Ukraine to show full support for Ukraine. We're sending billions of dollars to an adversary of Russia, man, and their allies. China is sending weather balloons over us, man. These are moves of war. These are the stages of war. Okay, you
US
pulled it
on
down.
high alert as Russia launches massive nuclear missile.
Damn. See?
Yep.
Read that again, Bubba Kashaw, man. That's meat for the fire.
Yeah.
That's meat for the fire, man. This is breaking news right here, man.
It says, breaking news. U.S. on high alert as Russia launches massive nuclear missile.
Massive, not small, not mediocre, not conventional.
Yep.
Russia has the Lord gave him. Go ahead, brother.
They say massive nuclear attack. So, man, Putin, he's not playing games, man. He wants the West to be destroyed, man.
He wants blood.
Yes. He wants the West to be destroyed, man. Like, man, because the nations are now realizing, like, damn, this motherfucker gave us some bullshit.
Yep.
And we're not benefiting from it.
That's right.
Right? Our sons and daughters were screwed up.
Yep. Sodomites.
Exactly.
Saul.
Yep.
The daughters are turned into harlots on Snapchat. Now, you know how many Russians go online, man. You can see Russian women committing acts of lewdness online, man.
Yep.
Where do you think they learned that from? Where do you think they learned that from? Oh, America's the only place that pushes pornographic in the whole earth, man. Yeah. Not even the good, not good. It's nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a thing it pushes, man. But it's not because they said even in Israel there should not be a harlot of the daughter of Israel, man. So we're mainly worried about you Israelite women. You other women, you do what you gonna do, man.
Right.
But you Israelite women have turned into harlots behind Esau's madness, man.
So, we're a holy people.
That's right.
Since we're a holy people, we're supposed to have class, man.
Royalty.
Exactly. We're supposed to carry ourselves because back in ancient world, man, even the heathen carry themselves a certain way.
Yep.
We're supposed to carry ourselves according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Alright? But Jake is nasty, man. I'll say that.
Yeah, it is.
Jake is trifling, man.
It's like we are talking wicked our ways, man. See? That's why we in the time we in now, man. We were just talking about old Barkley. You know what I'm saying? He went over and beyond. You know what I'm saying? He's more beyond than Esau, man. Esau tried to be manly, so you know, but he's on that trend, that cross-dressing, man. And that goes back into Alexander. Alexander the Creeper, he was a cross-dresser, man.
Yeah, and George Barkley, he had on a dress and a wig.
Man, and so he put that vibration out there, man. This is Deuteronomy, back up what you just said. This is Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. And it says, "For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
So, the holy people, the royal people, we're supposed to carry ourselves a certain way, man. Like, man, because royal people, they don't eat certain foods, man. They don't eat McDonald's, man. They don't do that. Like, man, they don't eat the abomination, man. They don't eat that, man. They eat the high-class food, man. They eat the food that's good for them, man. Danny and the Akim, man. All right, man. In Babylon, one of the king's men tried to get them to eat food that was sacrificed unto other gods, man. Right, man. And the food was food that they should not eat. So what they eat, man? They ate the post, man. Right, man? They ate the vegetables, man, and drink water. And they look better than the ones that actually ate the food, man.
Yep, that's a message to us.
Yep.
This just like us now, because guys are look, just like we always say that we know that this truth has made us better men, because we're a prime example. We see guys our age that we went to school with. We see and what did they continue in? They continued in death. They continued in smoking cigarettes. They continued to eat pork, shrimp, living vicariously, doing whatever. You know, we drink, Jake. You know, but it says give him a drink that is ready to perish, man. We drink out of necessity of maintaining this walk, man. You know what I'm saying? It gets fucking stressful, man. It says he that increases in wisdom increases in sorrow. So and the more we learn, guess what? We're gonna increase more in sorrow. Because we're gonna get closer to the Lord. Ergo, we're gonna be further from this world that we in, man.
Well, I was understand why.
Because he was close to the heaven. He knew what was getting ready to happen. He knew 70 AD. He knew that. He said he wept, man. He said he wept for Jerusalem. Why did he weep? Because he said, man, you better be prepared what's coming unto you, unto your peace, man. Yeah. He said that, unto you don't even know what belongs unto your peace. He told the daughters, he told John and his brother, he said, man, you're going to drink of that cup. Yeah. Imagine seeing your friends and your brothers that you love, and you know they got to be killed, man. And you know they're going to be killed. You know they're going to be tortured.
Right. But it's a part of prophecy, man. It's 70 AD. It had to come.
That's right. It was a necessary evil. Yeah. And evil means bad times, okay? Don't get it twisted. So it was a necessary bad time, man. Yeah. Because we would not have regained what we have today if we didn't. It says there must be a what? A falling away first.
Yeah. And when we fell away, during 70 AD, man, the Romans came in, man. Who are the Romans, man? The Edomites. Idumea. Like, man, they came in and they burned down the temple. And it says that in the Apocrypha, man. I believe that's with the Maccabees. I believe.
What? Will you say what?
That the Edomites burned down the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their kingdom will be burned. Their kingdom will be burned. Right, man, and it won't get built back up, man. Right, man, because their kingdom will be burned with fire and brimstone, man. From the Heavenly Father and the Son, man. That's who's going to burn this place, man. Through Russia and their allies.
That's all right. No, go ahead. This is the book of, I'm backing up what you just said about the royal people, because I wanted to say that was an important point you made, that we're supposed to be separate and live as royalty, right? Yeah. This is Daniel's 1 and verse 3. It says, and the king spake unto Aspenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed and of the princes. So now we can know that, now we know Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was what? Of the king's seed.
Yeah, they were princes, man.
Children in whom was no blemish, and well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge, and understanding science, and such as had ability to them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach to learn the tongue of the Chaldeans. How that the king's seed comes, skillful in knowledge. I should make him of what? Quick understanding. So we, the elect, is the royal, would have to be the royal seed line that is speaking of, because it says that they were knowledgeable in science. Just like a lot of the black scientists, you won't give credit to, man. All you got to do is look at black inventors in America. Type it in. You got Google. Look at all the inventions that came. Look at George Washington Carver. We invented the air conditioning unit.
The GPS system.
The GPS system. These are our inventions that we gave to this. It was stolen from us. Yeah. We didn't make the money that we should have made from it. No. If we invented these things, how are we not multimillionaires and billionaires? Why? Because we are under slaves under this society, man. So our labor is what? Is taken of, man. Yeah. So it says that that's how you know that we have to be the children of Israel, because if it says Jacob is the what? The former of all things, man. I just had the back. So that shows you, it says children whom no blemish.
Yep.
And what was Absalom known for?
No blemish.
See?
Because the scripture says that Absalom was beautiful.
And what did David say? He says, my bones are not what? Broken.
Yep.
And he was a man of war.
Yep.
So that's showing you non-blemished. They're saying the men come right now, we're the ones that have that mannerisms coming after this, man.
Because it says, in a different version in the NIV, where when somebody went to go find the next king, right?
Yeah, Khan.
It described David as being dark and handsome.
See?
No blemish.
No blemish. And his mother and his grandmother was Ruth. So he had the eyes.
Yeah, all that.
And you know, his brothers were big, and they were big, man. So we're known for our beauty as Israelites, man.
Yeah.
That's why they lust after us today, man.
Still.
It's still the same thing.
Like, how are you for the lust after the ones that's at the bottom of this society?
Man.
But they lusting for the ones that's in power, though.
Yeah, that's why little Becky go give her an MBA and she'll deal with it. You hear me?
Man,
She'll deal with it.
man, Bill Gates' daughter is with a J.
A Rothschild.
Yeah.
A Rothschild daughter. They cut her off, but a Rothschild daughter started messing with a rapper, man. Look it up. A Rothschild, one of the richest families on the earth, her daughter started messing with a Jake, man, a Negro, man. Hey.
She can run it out.
Man, yeah, all that money, she gave it up. Jake gave her the real diamonds and pearls. the hard rock.
Yeah. The hard rock cafe.
She started swing dancing.
Yeah.
That's what we known for. And then we got the pictures with the pouch, man, and the third leg, man. So Jake, our name was known throughout because we had something called, we practiced the law of circumcision. Yeah. Which that comes with a lot of things too, because that's the Most High. The Most High set us on this level. God gave us these abilities. God gave us these talents and these skills. Just like a lion, you can't knock a lion for being a lion. How dare you go into nature and say, lion, stop this eating. Yeah. You don't stop prowling on these gazelles because I want you to stop. No, the lion can't help it. It's the lion. It's built to hunt. It's built to be the alpha of the jungle world. Just like us, we are built. Nature is not, there's no difference between man and nature. Who controls nature? The Most High.
Yeah. And who controls man? The Most High.
What did King Solomon say? Thou sluggard, go to the ant. So King Solomon said, if you want to know the ways of the Lord, go to nature. Yeah. Learn of nature, you're going to learn of the Most High. That's the Most High's creations too, man. Yeah. That's why he said, you got to take care of your beast. God gave us commandments to take care of our beast, our livestock. Look what we do to our livestock today, man. It's terrible, man. They torture those animals. They fucking torture them. While they live in squalid conditions, and then they die horribly, man. And we eat that meat. That energy goes unto us. That's why you take care. That's why it says if you kill an animal soft, the blood and the adrenaline doesn't go into the meat, man.
Right, and the meat is still good.
That's right. And farmers will tell you that.
Yep.
Any homesteader will tell you that. Yep. You're supposed to take care of the animal at death so it doesn't contaminate the meat.
That's why you see during the Passover.
Yep.
They love the lamb. They care for it, feed it, make sure it's comfortable. They massage it, and all that. Then once it's time, the lamb, I'm just like, oh, all right, cool.
It don't make no noise.
Right. Yeah.
Because it says, what did it say? Yahushua came what? Dumb before the shears, man.
Meaning he didn't say nothing.
Exactly. He didn't buck up.
Right. He never complained, man, because he knew what he had to go through. He didn't want to go through it. Come on now. But he had to.
That's beautiful.
And he did it for his people, man. He did it for his brothers and sisters, man. That's why he did it. Because he loved them.
That's right.
But he loved his father. And he did what his father wanted to do.
He's our king, man. Have some pride about your nation, man. Just like in America, they owe a president. You're supposed to pray for your president. Because that's your commander in chief. Our commander in chief is Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep, that's why I say, I think in the Proverbs, and it say, fear thou Yahweh and the king.
The king. That's right.
The king is who? Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep. So we have a nation. We're patriots of our nation.
Yep.
We're patriots for the nation of Israel, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why we're the real patriots. Exactly. That's right. This is I'm back in Daniel's book 1 and verse 4. Let's see what the NIV says. And it says, this is the NIV, and it says, young men without physical defect, handsome, showing aptitude of every kind of learning, well informed, quick to understand. Come on, didn't we say that in the spirit? And then that confirmed it, man. Call her law. See how the spirit will feed you sometimes, man. The spirit will feed you all the time. But you got to be open to the spirit, man.
Let the spirit work in you. Don't force the spirit, man. Let the spirit work, man. Because the spirit going to do what it do.
That's a sit down.
Yeah, the spirit going to do what it do.
Yeah, that's a sit down.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, the spirit going to do what it do. And it says, quick to understand and qualified to serve in the king's palace. He was to teach them the language and literature of the Babylonians, man.
Right, man? Man, that's why when Nebuchadnezzar had that dream, his men didn't know, they couldn't break it down.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, tell us what the dream was about so we can be able to.
He said, nah.
He said, no, because you don't lie.
Tell me what I dreamed and then break it down.
Right. Because he forgot the dream, man. He forgot what it was about.
But he knew.
Yeah. That's why when the decree went out, and if they don't come up with an answer
Kill 'em.
by a certain time, kill them. Kill all of them.
That's right.
Then you say, oh, whoa, hold on, wait. King, hold on, man. Let me go and pray, and then I'll come back in the morning. All right. Came back. He broke down the dream. I'm like, that's what I dreamed, man.
That's why we know that who really speaks in dreams. Dreams belong into the spirit world, man. The Lord gave him that vision because guess what? It was a prophecy of what was to come in the future, man. That show you the Lord gives dreams to these heathens, man. Just like if you look at the movie Terminator, I did research on that, the one with Sarah O'Connor. The guy that directed that movie said he got them scenes from dreams. I'm for real, I'll pull it up. I'm gonna show you that scene we always talk about with the skeleton. He said he seen it in a dream, man.
That makes perfect sense.
So that show you right there that he says he shall speak to men in what? Visions and dreams, man.
Because Yahweh speaks to the heathen in visions and dreams, man. Such as who? Well, Balaam. It was either Balaam or Balak. I believe it was Balaam. All right, man. He had a vision, man.
Yeah.
For that reprobate nigga to say, Yahweh don't give the heathen visions, nigga, you a lie. You a lie. Because Nebuchadnezzar was a fucking heathen, man. He had a vision. Right? Come on now, man. Oh, upon his wife, she had a dream of Yahweh Shai.
See? I got you. You ready?
Yep.
Heavy. Let me make sure there's film, there's bean footage. That good. This is the Terminator first came out. James Cameron in a dream. The Terminator first came to James Cameron in a dream. The Terminator's concept feels like something straight out of a nightmare. The idea that might be time when technology results in killer machines is enough to send chills down the spine. However, James Cameron recently revealed that the idea for the film actually came to him in a dream.
Come on now, man. It came to him in a dream, man. It came to him in a dream. All right, man, and these directors of these movies, man, they have to know the scriptures, man. They have to. They have to know the scriptures, man. Come on now. That's why the scene of Sarah O'Connor holding on to the fence. That's in the scriptures, man. Man, there was nothing left but her skeleton, man. And then that got burned and disintegrated, man. So when these people were burned, man, they won't be nothing left. Come on now, man.
Come on, man. That's to show you right there, we're on the spirit. The nuclear destruction has always been coming because he's given you visions, man. Yeah. This is a quick precept. This is Psalms. This is Psalms 50 and verse 22, and it says, "Consider this." It says, okay, here we go. Amplified. This is Psalms 50 and verse 22. And it says, "Now consider this, you who forget Yahweh, or I will tear you in pieces, and there will be no one to rescue you." So the missiles are gonna do what? They're gonna beat you in the powder. They're literally gonna break down your body. They're gonna dehydrate you. You have no water already, so the Lord is gonna physically show your body with no water in it. You're gonna be dry. You're gonna be powder, man. You're gonna look worse than and you're gonna look like a cigarette ash. You niggas like to smoke Newports.
Yeah, y'all gonna look like one.
You're gonna look like a roasted Newport.
Listen to hedges, man. Marlboro.
Marlboro. Paul Mall looking ass niggas.
Virginia Slim.
You women gonna be Virginia Slimmed.
Oh, man.
It says we're gonna mock you when your fear comes, man.
Yep.
It's time, man. Just like I thought about this, I looked up about Ohio. They said Ohio still has legal slavery in it. I was looking up some things. I was like, hey, let me look up what history is on Ohio. Why is this train wreck happening there? Ohio still fucking has legalized slavery. So Ohio was heavy into that. It says only by a crime. So you can be put into slavery in Ohio still to the day. I thought about it. I'm like, these, you got to look in the wide scale. Them people that are in that town, check it out. Them could have been some of the ones, because this is that generation that was fucking Jacob in slavery. So a lot of them could be coming back to catch judgment. So I was like, good for them. Good for them, man. Those are some of the ones that with all these pictures we see. Come on now. Where are they at? All the bastards at. Slavery. Here we go. Look at all these bastards, man. Look at all them, man. All of these, they got all their generations are marked.
Man,
all of them.
This hasn't been paid for yet.
All of them.
All of them, man. They smiling, man. They having a good time.
All of them were marked.
Yep.
So guess what? Now you gotta drink chloride acid. That's a terrible judgment, man.
KKK, man.
Yup.
Solid.
No. That was because when you see there's no documentation that King Solomon. Yeah, there is no. Not even in the Josephus. There's no doc, because we can't add, because the scriptures say we can't add or take away. There are certain things where you see the apostles, the elders go into. They go into it by saying they might dive into the Josephus, or they might go into historical accounts. But there is no historical proof that Solomon popped her. You see what I'm saying? She came to inquire of Solomon. But how do we know that she wasn't married? So now we're adding adultery unto Solomon. We don't know if Queen of Sheba, she came, she said she had a treasure. This was an established queen. You think a queen is gonna just travel this lackadaisically? You see what I'm saying? She could have traveled to say, I want to go see if Solomon, because then we even had the situation with the Ethiopian eunuch, which was the storekeeper of the between those two, so it wasn't a mere thing of her coming over there.
Okay, but Solomon had many wives. That's why.
Exactly.
That's why we developed a Solomon and all his wives that he was giving other women his wives. So,
that was in his older age.
Right.
He started slipping.
Still understand though, but what about all them? You know what I'm saying? All his wives.
But we know his children that he had. That was documented.
Yeah. Solomon had daughters and
that was
sons.
Documented. Why do you? Go ahead, Slock it.
Solomon had daughters and sons, but he didn't have kids by all of those. But he didn't have kids by all of those women he had, though.
Again, that we speculating. We don't know for sure.
Even though it's
documented, but
it's not.
Why do we? I was going to point this out. Why? Because we read in the book of Exodus 1, it says that they assembled themselves by the line of their fathers. So we kept track of records, because guess what? That was lineage. That was how you got your portion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we were known to document that, and this was the line of the king. If the average citizen in Israel was documented, so okay, your son was. That's why they said even in the time of Yahushua, the son of this, the son of that, the son. It was already kept going. So how would? Because that would be like somebody not getting their inheritance. And in the scriptures, we know to go back to with the scrolls, they would have been like, okay, you can't come in and be like, hey, I'm Solomon's son from this concubine. You can't have that. That's out of order. Because how are we going to know that? So that's why the documentation that we have in the scriptures is going to have some your line in your lineage. If let's say I want to follow you, if he popped her and said he had a son with her, that would have been documented, because that would have been because that's another ruler. You think they were just gonna slide that off? No, because that would expand the power of Israel. Oh, we got one of Solomon's sons over in Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? That would have been well documented. Why would you hide that? Why would that slip through the cracks if we were known?
Okay, a lot of stuff. I mean, to me, transliteration to different things, and then once these conquered in 70 AD, Roman Catholic Church took our council.
Right. Of course, the Council of Nicaea.
Exactly.
But how that's why the Dead Sea Scrolls came into play. That's why the Lord did an okey doke on them and had the pots buried in the Dead Sea.
What about the Bible?
The Ethiopian Bible.
They have all the stuff, even the books.
Let me ask you this: what fruits have come out of Haile Selassie? They teach you to smoke weed. They teach you to be in the herb. They're partially right. You see what I'm saying? The one thing we can say is the spirit. We got to judge because we're active now. It's not the time of where we were just in darkness and the Lord was not dealing. No, he said there was going to be a time that he said, I will pour my spirit out. Your sons and your daughter will prophesy. So there's a time where the Lord, he's going to clear all the mess. What is coming out of Jesus Selassie? It's nothing but smoking weed and bullshit. It's not the spirit. This right here, that's why I was going to come back to the sign. This right here is showing fruit. I met, before I came in the church, my best friend was an Issacharite. This is B prior. This is something we clicked. The spirit bear witness. Even in our camp, we got brothers from each tribe. If they were off, they would be. You can tell the spirit. If a Edomite come up here, we're gonna be like, man, look, he ain't gonna vibe with us, correct? There's gonna be something that does not match. That's why we were called holy people. You see what I'm saying? So if you have holiness in you, you can't fake the spirit. You can't just like Esau can't go in there and put prophecy is now being fulfilled in Revelation. with us having this, because it says the 144,000 must be sealed, right? Check this out. Check this out, yo.
Revelation 7:4. It says, and I heard the number of them that were sealed, which were sealed. And there were sealed in 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Why didn't it say 144,000 Jacob, Israel? That's it. No, it had to go deeper.
Right.
Because guess what? This is our lineage. The Most High said these lineage would not be done away with because they were promised. Each of these sons has the. It's like this. The blessing went fragmented. It says Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Then it says Israel, and then it didn't go to just one.
Right.
The Lord fragmented He fragmented. You get a piece. You get a piece. You get a piece. Now all them pieces come together, make the whole blessing. You see what I'm saying? It says that the scepter shall not depart from Judah. Go ahead, bro.
Say, of the tribe of Judah is sealed 12,000.
Come on.
Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000.
See?
Of the tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000.
We can go on and on. This is a revelation. John was receiving this vision. So there was going to be a time that 12,000 is the promised lineage and the promised seed. Those are the elect. Those are the progenitors of those tribes to come. So when the Lord delivers that, those are going to be assigned. And then guess what? We're all going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. So that misconstrued how we look, because Daniel said it. It says what? Knowledge belongs unto you, but unto us confusion of face, which was a part of the curse.
So we don't even look. You know, look now. We never looked like this back then. We look different. So we all will be changed. So the ones that look like the other nations, but they are actually Israelites, they're going to be changed.
Man, this is heavy. This is for you, brother. The Spirit came out. This is Numbers 36 and verse 7. So shall not the inheritance of the children of Israel remove from tribe to tribe. For every one of the children of Israel shall keep themselves to the inheritance of their tribe of their fathers. So it's on you that we're going to be coming back in the tribes of our fathers. But we don't know now, though. Right. This was given us because the Most High is not, if nitty gritty would still get us, it would be more confusing than not. Because you got to think, we're broken people, my man. Yeah. We didn't just come off a turnip truck. Right. We were buried somewhere. Yeah. Like me and his brother always say, the Lord did a mass miracle. Just like he was around and he said, the disciples were raising up the dead. Yahushua was raising the dead. Lazarus. He said, come Lazarus. And he said, the Father waited, and Yahushua knew Lazarus was dead. But the Father said, wait, because he had to wait for that decompensation to set in. So now let's look at us. The Heavenly Father can do the same thing. I can wake them up, wait. Because it says after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life entered into them, right? Yeah. You see, you following me. Yeah. So now if the Lord is doing the same, he healed us. We were dead. We weren't alive. We were mortal. It says he that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So we were totally dead. What you see happening with us talking right now, we're alive. We're alive again. So now what you see taking place is we healed us. He gave us life from, and he even told the centurion that you don't even need to come into my house to heal me. Just say the word. So he said the word, right hand of the Father, and we were healed. So now we have life. We're being animated, just like when somebody comes out of a deep sleep. What are they? Groggy. Yeah. You know, damn, man. You might have to wipe sleep out your eye, and what's going on? That's the same thing we're at now. The Lord knows that we're not at our strength. Some of us are growing. That's why it says you must be nourished as a babe. You must drink milk. Right. So when we came back, we started sucking on the breast of the knowledge, and then some of us have been getting, our apostles and elders, they grown. That's why it says knowledge belongs unto them of a full age. And some men don't have to be aged. It's the fact of your spiritualness. You see what I'm saying? So now we're nourished. We're alive again. Now the Lord can give us details, because even if you look in the tribe of Brazil, it says, where is it? No, tribe of Asher. where it says that that land should be of iron. If you go down into where Asher is at, where you get the Colombians to Uruguay, they're known for that resource. You see what I'm saying? Puerto Rico, Ephraim, it says rich port. Those are the names. Those are the tall tale signs, because everything is precise. Nothing. This day is precise. This day was already calculated. So that's how the Lord was able to give us who we are. It says, Judah, the scepter shall not depart. The Negroes that came over here, you get Michael Jordan out of that, Michael Jackson.
Right.
You get those heavy spirits.
Everybody would cling onto Judah because we popular out of everybody.
See, so but it says that those were the Negroes.
Right.
So how can we say that? We can clearly point out the damn. There are a lot of people attached to this tribe. They wear even the Issacharites. They wear the J's and the high tops. You know what I'm saying? They'll wear the same clothes as us, and they're not faking it. That's just their spirit. They just have a different version of it.
That's why I say in Genesis 49, Judah, thou whom thy brethren shall praise. Because they do what Judah did. So when Judah moves, that's when the rest of the tribes move. Now,
Everybody does it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Now, this structure of Torah, this came from the Holy Father. The understanding of it came from him. That's right. All right. So this ain't made up.
Yeah.
It came from him.
And we ran into the men that this stemmed from and heard stories, man. These men had angelical appearances, man. Like that, we didn't even need that. We've gotten that recently. Like, these men weren't light men that came. This sign didn't just pop up. A lot of guys on the internet, they want to attack it because they're trying to fillet. What does it say? They trying to fillet the skin. We take the sign away. What do we got? Israel. You see what I'm saying? But how is somebody else that might be from? We had somebody who we talked to in Colombia. That brother, he was Neptali,
Yeah.
Naphtali. He was a Neptalian. We looked at him. He looked like a straight white boy. I'm talking about he had a golf girl with half pink hair, half black hair. Kid, they look rough. You see what I'm saying? If you would have looked at him, it'd be like, man, nah. But he came up with the Nephilim, the giants, and the gods, and he was like, man, I've been learning about that. And, you know, we went with him and we told him, we broke it down to him, and we got to talking to him. He's like, man, I'm from what do you say, Argentina. So either to Chile.
And we asked him, now, is that on your father's side or your mother's side? He said, it's father's side.
Full. He was
So
a full Argentine.
your father is.
So do y'all agree with giants and all that?
No, because all that is was a metaphor. Where it says that the giants were just known men of renown, because it says giants and it says men of renown.
Yeah, like the giants now, like Mike Tyson, Floyd, Mayweather, men that are famous basically.
Yeah, like Mayweather is a what? He's a giant of boxing.
Yeah.
He's undefeated.
So when they say,
So y'all don't subscribe to the book.
Oh no, they tampered with it. They tampered with it. They
Now,
tampered with it.
First book, the first book
Yeah, they tampered with it. They tampered with it.
now there is a book of Enoch, but it's not the book that's out now.
Yeah. That's why, because those things right there are they're not going to lead to salvation. That's just giving us a remnant of what we were. You see what I'm saying?
I'm saying about salvation, but it's history.
I mean,
It's like the Apocrypha.
just like the Josephus. We go with the
Right,
Josephus,
Josephus.
but we don't like, that's not
So
salvation's sake.
right. So you only want to go with salvation. It's not history. Too.
Yeah. No, we use history. Don't get it wrong.
Like the book of Jasher, the book of
Now there is a book called Jasher, but the book that's out now, that's not a book because somebody made that up.
Okay. So where's the book of Jasher?
Well, you get all the books in the kingdom. We don't have that right now. We don't have that right now. We'll have that in due time because the scriptures say, be admonished the making of many books and the reading of many books because it will root in the flesh.
That's right. Because look what's it's put on people. I've read the book. I've read it. When I first came into the truth, I was reading it. I was like, man, it didn't vibe with me. It hit the point, but then it didn't really vibe with me. But then you understand when you break it down through the scriptures that the sons of God went into the daughters of men. That's what you see happening now. Just like us as a nation, we've always dealt with the other nations. Just like you get mixed babies, that's us. Because it says those that believe you are the sons of God. The Lord said that. You are all the sons of God. What did they want to stone Yahweh for? Because he said what?
And we are God.
And you know, he said something else. What did he say specifically that he was? The Son of God.
Yeah, Son of God.
So now we go back in Genesis, it says that the sons of God. And then back to the Adam, you know that it was Adamites. It wasn't just Adam. It was us. It's the same story recycling itself. Israelites going back to Adamites. Okay? Because you see the Israelites, they were now in Hebrew means he is the prince of the power. He is the prince with the power. You see that? So now going back to the Adam, when he says Adam was made Lord over the creatures, and he named him, he was the what? He was the earth. The earth is a blessing. That's why Jacob gave his sons what? The earth. He told Esau that you shall live by the sword and you shall have the fatness of the land. But he had also told Jacob that you're going to get them same blessings, but we're going to have them on a higher level. The earth itself can be given. The earth was given to the white man right now by the way of his father. So now that blessing of the whole earth, he's conquered it. So now the earth is a blessing. Going back to Adam, where he says that he made Adam, he put Adam in the garden. He was Israel. The land of Israel was the Garden of Eden. So we're going back to what's the best way to tell a story is from the end. The story's already been told. We're going to go back to the Garden of Eden. The earth is going to be beautified again. And we're going to become Adamites. But now we're not going to be Adamites because who's Adam? The Lord. Yahweh Shai. Jesus, they call Jesus. He was Adam. No, get mad.
So you be Christ, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, me, Yeshua.
Yeah.
He is Yahweh, or do you believe that they two separate?
They're two separate.
Yeah.
They're two separate. They're two separate.
Well, get John 17 because in the garden, not in the garden, but the Messiah, he prayed to his father.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So
I had other people,
yeah,
you know, I was saying,
yeah.
you know, he was saying, I was saying like, no, he is, he said, I'll have to say with another Christian guy, it's like, no, Jesus, what they call, is God. I said, no, it's not.
Right.
Because how is he, when you say, even the rapture and all that, again, so it's two kingdoms, right? First going to be our Shai kingdom, and then it's going to be our kingdom. So how's they the same?
Yeah, it's not gonna be. Yeah, it's not.
Right,
It's gonna be the same. Yeah, it don't.
Because now the Messiah, he is a power.
Right. Yeah.
But he's not the most high. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Because in Genesis 1 it says in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Right.
That's right.
In Hebrew it's Bara Ashaf, Bara Alahayim, Hashemayim, or Arakazah. Alahayim means powers. So it was more than one. So it was the Messiah and the angel.
Christ said it's himself. I was coming to my father's business.
Yeah.
So how is they the same?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. You on point. Yeah, you on point.
He said, before Abraham was, I am.
I am.
So he was here before Abraham was.
Right.
Because it says, because Proverbs 8, I think it started at 22. Proverbs 8 to 22 going down, it's speaking of the Messiah. The Lord possessed me in the way before his works of old.
That's right.
So, Proverbs 8 is speaking of the Messiah. So, when they say that, like, God, he didn't, like, the Most High didn't come down.
Right.
Inside me.
Again, even when they say, you're going to sit on the right side of
Yeah.
the same. So, again, how is that?
Yeah.
It
It don't make sense.
See, the thing is, though, how is he? How is he? The Most High will be the son of him. That don't make sense. So, but they don't understand that. They don't understand it because They confused, basically.
Yeah, I got your precept. This is John 17 and verse 8. It says, "For I have given unto them the word which thou givest me."
Yep. So the Messiah didn't give himself the word.
So that's a cut. So anybody you would have cut him, just, come on, man. Who gave him the word? You can't send the word and then come catch it.
Yeah.
You know, I gave the word from. No, that don't make sense, man. That's why, because we were saying something earlier. The Spirit feeds you. Because what did the Lord tell when the Lord asked Peter? He said, "Who do you say that I am?" And Peter said, "Man, you're the Messiah. You're the Son of God." And he said, "Peter, my Father in heaven has given you this."
Yeah.
So there's certain things that will be given, like this sign.
Yeah.
Guess what? It ain't in the script. There wasn't a scripture says that a man named Yahushua will come, and Peter didn't read that. But Yahushua confirmed it in the spirit and said, "Man, hey, my Father gave you that." So there's certain things that will be given spiritually, because that's what people are not marrying with these scriptures. You can't come in this Bible and just pick it up. Even if you can believe all you want. But you can't just pick these scriptures up, because it says, "You have not chosen me, I have chosen you." Jonah tried to run. Jonah tried to dip, but guess what? There was in him something to go do that mission. He had to go do. That's why he was swallowed up by the whale. And he can, man, I bet he was ready to do the work. Come on, man. You in pitch darkness in a bow, in a bowl of a fish, man. You don't know you in the ocean just going, you know what I'm saying? That'd be terrible. That's why he says, "I'm the belly of hell," man. That's why hell is cut. There's no hell, because Jonah said, "I'm in the belly of hell." So now hell is the belly of a fish. So we all gonna go burn in the belly of a fish? It don't add up.
Because hell just means the condition. Hell is the grave.
We're in hell now.
Right. Because Solomon said in Ecclesiastes, the place under the sun. The place under the sun is where judgment happens.
That's right.
The place under the sun is the earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where. So when a child is born with what?
What did he do? What sin did he break? He just came into the world. So how can the Lord judge a freshborn baby like that? Not this sin. That's him. That's him.
Yeah.
That's him. That's him
Yeah,
coming back.
yeah, that's him coming back in a brand new body.
That's why some of these kids that are born fucked up, guess what? Generations, they might have been fucking serial killers. They might have died and nobody judged them. They never got caught. But guess what? When they came back through the regeneration, they got jacked up. That's why if you see someone conjoined twins, that's the Most High. Because he says, what did David say? He said, "You knitted me in my mother's womb."
Right.
So who really gets in the womb? The Lord said he gets down there. That's why he comes down, and you might be messed up. You might be retarded. You might have Down syndrome. You might have something that's a mental deficiency. You see what I'm saying? That's you getting judged.
Here it is.
It's a lot.
This is Exodus 20 and 5. It says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, unto these graven images. Say, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." Because you come back during the third and fourth generation.
That's why the elites know that. The Rothschilds and the DuPonts and the wicked, they know that. They know that. That's why they make sure they intermarry amongst themselves. So they have a higher risk of, guess what, coming back into the money. That's why they do interbreeding. They go with their cousins. That's why if you marry outside, it's the men. The daughters, if you go outside, they give you some money and they cut you off. But the men, they interbreed. That's why they have a lot of them, their children come out retarded. That's why they breed horses. They learn how to do it through breeding horses, how they can actually stem away, and they learn that your cousins. A lot of them are related. A lot of these people on this sign, a lot of them are purely, if I can get them. I know we jumping here and there. I know we jumping here, right here. That's why these men, they know how it works to regenerate. So they said in the third and fourth generation, we're gonna come back. So we got to stay in that money, so they're gonna come back in adverse poverty. They know where they're coming back. That's why we know the line of Cain, which is Esau. He was the wicked. The wicked was a group of people, just like there was the Adamites. There's three classes of men: the sons of men, the sons of God, and the sons of the wicked. The other nations, the Arabs and all the Chinese, those are sons of men. The sons of the wicked, which is Cain, Esau, our brother, he was separated from the same womb, just like Cain and Abel. History repeats itself. That just show you, Cain and Abel came out the same. They could have been born as twins, and Cain could have came out first. We don't know that, but we have to extrapolate that they were brothers. They came out, and what did Cain want to kill Jacob over? The blessing. Salakia. What did Cain want to kill Abel over? Because the father blessed him of the blessing. What did Cain want to kill Jacob over? The blessing. So it's the same story repeating itself, but you have to have the spiritual eyes to see it. You see?
It says this. Ecclesiastes 29. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be. That which is done, that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun.
So how can you say that you're a new spirit?
And verse 10. Is there anything whereof you may be saying this is new? It has already been of old time, which was before. So everyone that's here now, they were here before.
That's why Paul speaks of, we do not all sleep lest we be changed.
Come on, man. See? We're going to go because even this, I was going to say it earlier, the Spirit wants us to come back. Even these guys, when they go into the spiritual realm, they're good.
Yeah, because
they resting.
Because Isaiah 14:21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for
the iniquity of their fathers.
Because they are their fathers coming back.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah, and another one is in Revelation saying that when Christ comes back, he gonna
Exactly. Yeah.
What's that?
Them that pierced him.
Yeah.
So the centurions,
Right.
those centurions that pierced them, they on the planet Earth right now.
Yeah, that's what
I always think they're either high-level feds or they're somebody, some kind of rulers, or they're one of the wicked. They could be one of the DuPonts. They could be one of the Gettys, man. That would have been the ultimate, just to put them in the classification. Those were Edomites, and they would be wicked, and they could be one of those ruling class families, man.
So if people are new, then why would they mourn if they didn't do nothing? If they didn't pierce them, they wouldn't be mourning it because they didn't do nothing.
They know. They know. And this is the same, and then now, let's go deeper into it. This is the same system that was in place when Yahushua was crucified. Yeah? This Roman system is the same system, the Gregorian calendar. So this system, especially over here, is exactly in the image of the beast in the time of the crucifixion of the Lord. This is that generation that shall not pass. All of us that are here now, and we're growing of age and understanding, we're that generation that was around when Yahushua was around. Or what they call the Lord. This is that very generation. That's why you have Paul back. That's why you have these men that are coming back and doing the work. That's why you have a company of prophets. Even the Lord told, what was it? He told Elijah, he said, I have 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to Baal. So there's a men that the Lord has in 7 years completion. So there's always been that a cloud of witnesses when it comes to the elect. Now it's the elect. That's what we're sealing. The elect is going to come out of these people. Back to the sign, they're going to come out of these people looking like every nation. Because why did I say that? You always go into it. It's called camouflage. It says, thou sluggard, go to the ant. Solomon said, if you want to learn the ways of God, go to look at nature. So he said, what animals use something to defend themselves is called camouflage. The gecko changes its color when it goes into background. It changes and becomes that color.
That's why they cannot perceive the Lord.
You said what?
They cannot perceive the Lord because it was a different dimensional perception.
What are you talking about? Like going deeper into that? What do you mean? Like it couldn't,
They cannot perceive him because he says, "Where I go, you cannot come." If I tell you of earthly things, you cannot believe me. If I tell you of heavenly things,
yeah.
So we must become as little children to enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
To be born again. And most cannot do that because there's iniquity in their heart and they're ashamed to confess the Son. So if they're ashamed to confess the Son will be ashamed to confess them to the Father.
Yeah, but I mean, I follow you on some
So
point.
we have to renew the spirit, the mind, and the heart.
To come back. That's why we having this now, because guess what? It don't matter what you look like, because it also says in 2 Corinthians that there's gifts of discerning of spirits. So guess what? There's men that can see who is an Israelite and who is not. That's why I said earlier, it's you can come, hey, how you like the meat? Oh, rare, medium rare. Oh, okay. Dance for me. You might see him dance, and there's certain things that the spirit attaches to. But back to these people, the Lord made sure that we would not be done away with. If we all came looking like we were supposed to, like the brother said earlier, that's the point. That's why the Lord said, Satan shall come down having great wrath, knowing that he hath but a short time. What is a short time? Us waking up. Because once we wake up and we call into our power, what did Moses say? If they would turn and face east and all pray, he would come down right now. But it won't happen like that because there's a set number, the elect. So that's where you have the time of the Satan watches. But what does he test now? He tests DNA, blood, because we have certain chromosomes and certain. They even measure the melanin that's in us. Melanin now, you know what they're doing? They're putting melanin in the computer chips.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's now been found to be one of the most highly conductive elements on Earth. The new chips they're coming out.
Copying God.
Pretty much, they figured out that the skin that we have, the melanin that's in us, the melanin rich, can be placed into computer chips, and it conducts over 1 billion times more than the current ones. So the new world order is going to be fueled. That's why it says they refuse to let us go. They can't let us go. We are their new world order. They're going to use our organs, our skin to power their computers, their new nanotech, these high-tech robots.
So that lets you know that the way we look, it comes from the heavens, man. It comes from the heavens. Because we have melanin in our taste buds and all of that.
636. People take it as 666, but if you think about it, the and is there for a reason. It is a 0.
What do you mean?
66606.
Yeah, if you go to that Hebrew word, it's Chi Phi stigma.
So if you think about it, what are computers, zeros and ones?
Yeah. It's a computer.
What you saying, melanin is that?
No, what I'm saying is the mark of the beast.
Okay, and what's that question? What's the mark of the beast? Because it's in
well, think
an
about it
actual
this
thing.
way. Paul speaks of Satan's devices.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So what are you holding in your hand right now?
A device.
So think about it this way. If we're supposed to have the whole armor of God to protect our mind
That's right.
and our spirit, because through here is to here. And if we don't protect here, then that key. So what we're doing is putting your foundation on another device and giving them knowledge of you and how to control you.
So what is it? So give us the breakdown of what is it.
What is the mark of the beast? What is actually is it? Because you will have to buy and sell with that.
You would have to buy and sell with it. Yes.
Yeah. But
So
how-
you were getting there. So what is it?
Well, it's praise and worship. It's what you worship.
Have you ever seen somebody buy and sell with worship?
They can.
Well, Sunday law will be coming soon.
You said what?
The Sunday law.
Well,
Well, because you think about it, Sunday is changed by Emperor Constantine,
yeah.
And
That was
it's
a
the-
pagan.
it's sun
that
god,
was a pagan.
Ra.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
and it's man's day. They worship man. Just like today is supposed to be a holiday for a man.
Mm-hmm. So
And
it's idolatry. Idolatry.
mere mortals.
This is the mark of the beast. This. All of your
what is
information
that?
will be on this.
And look at the numbers. This line right here, because I thought you was gonna fold. I thought you was gonna fold up in there, but you missed it. That is a 6. The second one is a 6. It's a numerology of a 6. The last one is a 6. And this runs. You can scan it. Boop. You can scan it. Boop. This technology the brother's pointing to is already being used right here. This is a Baja Club in Europe. To be a VIP member, you must have this inserted in the numbers coming up. This has been dry run. This has been all in this years ago. We've been talking about this years ago. So this technology, that's why it sees that right here. It's also in the shape of a viper's fang, a snake fang, where it says Chi Phi stigma. Stigma is something what? Imprinted in you. It says that it should be cut into the flesh.
So have you got the vaccine?
No, man.
I've already done
They
my
clip us.
research.
They clip us, man. Hey, yeah, they clip. I'm just gonna tell you, they've been clipping us.
We don't-
So you gotta code that. Just say the Jabberwocky. This who's code. I'm serious. They're attacking our pages. We just got our video clipped on YouTube for 2 weeks, and we were just explaining it to the same Neptalian about this. We went into it, and every time we talk about it, doesn't matter. And especially if people are watching us and on camera, they will clip the video. Man, YouTube's attacking us. If it wasn't that, and we were wrong, and we don't have that many subscribers on our viewer channel, we have maybe a couple hundred subscribers.
Because it's on Satan's device.
It's the algorithm. That AI is like a demon.
What's your channel?
GMS Missouri. JC, yeah, GMS.
Ask us if we got it. Hell no. Not at all. Because these
JC
people
Moore
that got
Mott.
it, look at them now.
JC Moore Mott.
So think about this: when people wear the mask,
Yes.
it's about control. These are what? Covering their face with a mask to
I
hide.
mean, that was a mantle though. That was.
It's a veil.
Yeah,
It's
it was
a
a mantle.
symbolism of the veil.
It's a mantle, yeah. But that all that is, because that goes into psycho. If you read that, if you go into the mass, that goes into somatics. Psycho. It deprives you. If you don't see somebody's mouth, where do you see emotions? In the face. You could see somebody like, okay, it's a form of abuse.
So if you can't control your spirit, as
Yeah, I mean,
it speaks, if we can't control this, if we don't have the whole armor of God and
Yeah.
salvation, breastplate of righteousness,
uh-huh.
if we can't protect this, then how can you protect this? Because your emotions can be what? Deceived.
Your heart is your mind.
Yeah. So if you look into the word heart in the Hebrew, it's lav.
So whoever
it means
has
mind.
the control of your love has the key to your soul.
I mean, it pretty much, if they control your spirit, they control, because what did they make the people do? They forced them to go into a mentality they forced them to go into the mentality of fear. That's why it says the Most High is not giving us a spirit of fear, but of power. You see what I'm saying? So now we have that spirit of power. We have that spirit of understanding that fear. Also, they say that fear, it releases stuff in your body. It activates the fight or flight in your body. So when you have that fight or flight, you're not making your fight or flight, your blood goes to your limbs. So if you need to run, you need to fight, you need to have that extra mobility in it. That's fight or flight with the fear. It's good for a point of time, but not to have live like that. You see what I'm saying? People are living in fear. People are grossed in fear. That's why it says gross darkness shall cover the people.
But we also have to remember fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Correct.
So
That's
let's
the
humble
but
ourselves.
it also says what? It says the joy of the Lord is my strength.
Yes. Rest in Him.
Come on, so you gotta
Rest in
come
the Lord.
on. It's a false balance, is an abomination. So if you have the fear of the Lord, correct, that it says it's the beginning. So you learn the fear. I'm like, oh shit, we got put into slavery. That's when the fear factor comes in.
But we also have to remember it's not what goes into man that defiles him, it's what comes out.
Correct, and that's fear. If you sitting here scared of something coming at you, and that means you're not fearing the Most High. You're fearing the outside thing. You're fearing something else that is circumstantial. But if you love the Lord, death can't take you from Yahweh Shem.
That's why we have
Death can't take you from the Lord. I don't want, Yahweh Shem outside, you can't escape. That's why it says not the least grain. Because who raised up his son? No man needed to lay hands on his son. No, somebody didn't need to sneak into the tomb and send up prayers and pray over the body of Jesus. No, the Father came down and grabbed his son.
So when we
Grab
accept
the
the
son up.
Lord, if he's the main root of David,
Uh-huh.
not the flesh, it's taking of our ancestral past and creating a new root of the main root to where it is not the new Adam.
No, it's the same. We've done full circle. Come back to the sign, because these right here is the genealogy of the children of God. Okay,
I'm Gad.
you're on your father's side. You're North American Indian.
Yes.
Okay, what tribe's he from?
I don't know.
But you knew he was an Indian.
Yes.
Did you have a broken home? You
I
didn't
don't
meet him?
know.
Okay. Okay. Well, hey, I'm not. See that?
No,
see,
we're not
back,
saying-
back to what we see.
We're not
See.
saying that you are or aren't.
The Lord
because you
takes
don't
care of
know.
We don't know. Yeah. We're glad that you have a pinpoint on that, because that gives you a focal point to see. That's how we
See, he looked at it.
That was the spirit to do something, man. The spirit of the come on now.
See?
Now what we do, now you can see how, now we tell them, hey, look, that's a point. Because now to understand, because there was a cursing that was placed upon us.
Yeah.
Okay, right here, if you see this sign,
Curse of those that
because
hang
what
on
do
the
we
tree.
do? We got to look at, this is another thing, it says the sign. Because if these people aren't us, these Native Americans aren't us, why did they suffer the same atrocities?
Because Paul speaks of, he says, I'm in bonds and chains.
Exactly. What now we're saying now is we're in bonds and chains under these curses. That's how we can pinpoint. The Lord was so magnificent in it. That's why it says the foolishness of God is wiser than men. You would look at this and be like, how could a God do such a thing? But if he didn't do it such a way of extreme violence, where no man on the earth can mix themselves in it. They can't say yoke of iron. They can't say the atrocities of the Native Americans and smallpox. He had to make it extreme, because if he made it mediocre violent, we'd be able to mold in with the rest of the world. Oh yeah, somebody said, oh, that happened to the Chinese people. How could y'all say it's y'all? But the Most High said it, I'm gonna make it so outlandish, so atrocities.
That you would know my people.
That means you wouldn't be able to doubt it. It was so fantastic of judgment. The slave ships, but then you go back to the Native Americans. The Native Americans, they were getting their noses chopped off. They were getting by the so-called Protestants. Yeah, the Protestants. Those Catholic. A lot of them were those Catholic priests. They were the ones doing a lot of the atrocities to the Native Americans, man.
Because like I said, the man James did. He looked because he was around them, and he like, hold on, what they're doing is what the Israelites would do. So he said, they are the Israelites. They are one of the tribes of Israel.
Look how black, bro. Look, you might be a Gadite. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I got a friend. We got a brother.
Yeah, I know I got some.
See, come on, I can tell because you favor one of our good friends, Yakal. Yakal, he's a fool. Man, you see, if we bring him right here, he look like the Negro of Negroes. You know what I'm saying? He's big, but he's a Gadite. He's Native American. I'm telling you, his line goes right to. I'm talking about Duke can dance. I'm talking about one of the best dancers I've seen. You know what I'm saying? He's an older gentleman too. I'm saying, but he's very versatile. But he's not no Negro. He's not a Judah, Benjamin, or Levi. He is a straight Native American, a Gadite, man. So that's how we know, because it's not the point of the sign. The sign came to us, but how did we do it? We didn't just take the sign. No, we had to look into it and live it, because guess what? Just in our camp alone, we have almost all, if not all of these men in here in our camp, and we dealt with them. It's none but love. We've sat around, we've drank, we've conversated. That's why it says how beautiful it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. We've been building. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful.
We even left our wallets on a certain table at this establishment. We wasn't around. It wasn't nothing taken. Now, if that was somebody else, a heathen, they would have went in all our wallets.
Yeah.
But it never happened.
That's how we're able to say, okay, the sign was given, but it says men plants. This sign was a seed at one time. It came into the mind of a man by seed, a small seed, and he came out. He went through it, you know. Yep. And he went through it, and you go, and like it says, we've been blessed to contact men that have talked to these men and been around these men and tell the stories of these men. These were not normal men. Like, these were not normal men. Like, you could tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people. I'm not a fluff and puff type of person. Even with stones, you see us with stones on. We don't just rock stones because it's something to do. You see people nowadays, they'll have stones on just because. We went into these things. We researched and seen, like, oh shit. And we've seen that there's power from these things. But now we go back to the sign. This was a seed in a man's mind. A small seed in New York. That seed has now grown worldwide. You see what I'm saying? That seed has now flourished to where men have grown in this truth together. If it wasn't so, there would have been a division, there would have been a schism. We've known men for years. I'm talking years that we've known these men, that there would have been some kind of come up like, oh shit, there's a heathen coming out. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's where we...
Like,
that damn.
The Russian?
Yeah, Russian.
Yeah.
That's what, again, I'm following him. Like you like see.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I was in the church and all the
camps, yeah.
Camps. But some of the stuff I want to agree with because how can you got here literally.
Yeah.
So how you gonna drop into well be black in the world for the show like we showing creativity.
Yes, sir.
their eyesight. That's not drawing me into me. So that was kind of something.
Well, now the ones that have a problem with the rule of speech, but because the elect they will be forced to get this and understand it. This ain't for every Israelite. It's only for the elect. But the elect don't have a problem with what's being said though, because they'll
The person is rule speech of it. But give me that in the Bible and say, wait, cussing.
I got you. I got you.
That's not rule speech. It's like, I'm saying, like, talking, harsh, but not cussing. That's
Okay.
right.
Let me get it. I'm gonna get what you just said.
There's another one that say you should be cursing.
Gotcha. But that's two different things. Curses is if I go grab a juju stick and I go grab your hair and I turn it around and I put a pin in it. That's a curse. Shalak Rayam. That's a curse. If I'm out here cursing and I'm putting Hebrew curses on people,
that's cursing.
that's cursing. I'm talking about because we got the curses. Because it says send up blessings and send up curses. We can curse people, but if we ain't out here doing that, but we do when it comes to the point of somebody being a demon. But let's read that 2 Corinthians 11 and 16. We're gonna just jump through it, and I hope to follow. And it says, this is the NIV. I may indeed be untrained as a speaker, but I do have knowledge. We have made this perfectly clear to you in every way. Now the NLT. I may be unskilled as a speaker, but I am not lacking in knowledge. Okay. Now we got to go to example. Where can we tie? This is the book of Luke 3 and 7. This is then he. Salaki. Let me go to 6. Let's get the point. This is John. This is Luke 3 and 6, and it says, "And all flesh shall see the salvation of Yahweh." This is verse 7. Then said he to the multitude that came forth to be baptized of him, "O generation of vipers, who have warned you to flee from the wrath to come?"
So John the Baptist came with rule of speech.
He cursed them out. Okay.
But that was cursing back then though.
Son of a bitch wasn't used in the Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? Bastard, hoe, all of these words that we use today, if we go back in the ancient world to be like, man, you a hoe, they're going to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
The modern terminology back then, if you call somebody a viper, you're calling them a serpent. What was the wicked known in the garden? That was an extreme diss. Because he was the one, he said, you would crawl on your belly, and come on, that was, and then what did Yahweh do? When he said that what? He said, you are of the father, the devil. So our Lord himself, he said, man, you are of your father. Now let's get deeper. Because he said, no, you are of your father. Come on, man, if somebody looked at you and said, man, you are your father, the devil. You're going to be offended even if you know I'm joking. That animosity was like, damn, if I'm coming up, man, you are your father, the devil, man. You're going to do the lust of it. You're going to be like, God, no, he wasn't being mediocre. The same one that uptamed them tables and got to whipping people. We ain't whipping people. You ain't never seen GMS kick a man in their chest and whip him with a cat of nine tails. That would be, you could be like, oh shit, man, I don't know about that camp. But the Lord himself, the patriarch of our truth, took a whip and whipped men. He was whipping fringes on them. Yeah. Come on, man. He said, turn my father's house not into it. So you gotta be bigger, man. It says the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. The Lord is about warriors. David was a man close to his heart. And he was a killer. A stone cold killer. But that wasn't what you still love him. Come on now. So the men that the Lord loves are not softies. John was the greatest. I read that in Luke because he said that John was the greatest prophet among men. And he said, who warned you to flee from the wrath? And that was the Lord's cousin. Come on now. Look at the mannerisms.
Peter cursed, but he never lost his position though. Because the scripture says that Peter cursed. Mm-hmm. He didn't lose his position though. So cursing is you putting a curse on someone.
Yeah.
Now saying the word like motherfucker and all that, no. That's just rude speech. That's it.
That's why the prophets, when it says that they were known as unlearned men. The higher Sadducees and Pharisees were looking at them as like, man, these dudes are unlearned. That's what they were looking at. The same way you just said, like, man, I don't know about this, how they can talk like that. Because guess what? That's what they were doing back in the ancient world. Because when they told them not to prophesy in the name of Yahweh Shai, they said, man, they perceived. They took them and they just like if you go talk to somebody that's a philosopher, that he's trained in philosophy, and you come out like, hey man, damn that, you know what I'm saying? Shit, but then guess what? You breaking down history too. You breaking down the archaeological proof too. You're doing that too, but you may do it in a rough manner. You see what I'm saying? That's where it came into. Like this brother said earlier, it don't matter what the elect is gonna see it. The elect is gonna be like, okay, I understand what they're saying, but guess what? What is the truth saying? What does the truth say? It says, what does the truth say? So how is it that he's so rough, but we now have examples of the Lord being rough? John was rough. Paul was rough. Paul was taught by Yahweh Shai himself. So how is it that these men that are being told and being taught to go into this truth, how they're being rough, but they still are being blessed? They still have the knowledge in it. You see what I'm saying? That's what you see happening, man. What's up, man?
Gentlemen?
How you doing?
What's up?
Not too much. What do you guys got going on?
Reading the Bible.
I love that.
Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel. You ever read that?
I haven't. Is that a book? 12 Tribes of Israel?
No, it's in the Bible.
In the Bible.
That's who we are, basically.
Gotcha.
So what's up, man? They call you or something?
Yeah, were you guys over down there a little ways asking for money?
No. You look like me begging? You look behind you. Look behind you. There's a camera.
Yeah.
Right there. There's a camera right there.
Okay.
That's got over an hour plus of us sitting here.
Hey, for money. We got coins on us.
Yeah, we got coins on us. No, it wasn't us.
Whoever said that, the line.
Yeah, it wasn't us though. We got a
Yeah.
camera that shows us we were here for like hours.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I've been sitting.
They said they gave us a description: black male with a dark hoodie and black stocking cap. So I just thought
Actually, that wasn't that we seen somebody, but he wasn't a black man.
That crack hat.
Yeah, he wasn't even. There was a guy standing right here a little bit ago, but he had that same description on, but he didn't access for it. But if you need it, that's why we got that camera to make sure we got a witness with us, man. Yeah, man. Good luck with that.
I understand you were
Doing your job, man. We appreciate you all listening, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Enjoy this beautiful day, though. So when we say that the proof is in the pudding, where you see men that have been spiritually endowed, but guess what? They were rough. Our Lord was rough. If man, imagine this, because if he came today and walked into a Catholic church and kicked over the tables and started whipping people, you'd be like, hey, I don't know about this guy, man. People would lose it. Come on, man. We get it though. We get it though. We understand, because guess what? You wouldn't think. That's why they didn't picture him coming lonely on an ass. Lonely can also mean rough. And guess what? He came from the line of David. So guess what? Warrior was in his genes. Warrior and we came, and he says, woe unto him that keepeth his sword back from blood. It also says the saints shall take the kingdom. We're going to stop being softies. Understand this. We are the greatest warriors. That's why this man fears us. And he has jets, supersonic missiles, but he fears us. You got to understand, your enemy knows more about you than you do. You still waking up and I'm a Negro and low self-esteem, but the devil's looking at you like a damn sleeping lion with a serpent chain on. You're like, golly, man. They waiting. They all we're doing is just shrugging. And it's like, oh shit. We ain't even got up and started. It says, Judah's an old lion, he crouches down. Who shall run? Come on, we're being roused up. And a lion, when he's awake and man, we're dangerous. That's why, because we're getting ready to receive the blessing that was given unto our forefather. It says, he says he made the creature what?
Subject unto vanity, subject unto sin. So we sin because he makes us do that. Because like us sinning, we don't do it on our own. The flesh makes us do that. So we won't ever be perfect in his flesh. We can only be perfect in the kingdom. And when we were
precept just came to the spirit, man. Taking, man, watch this for you, man. If the spirit keep giving precepts for this man, hold on.
Because when I heard from speak, I wasn't like, ooh. I was just like, all right. Okay, let me see what you're saying, and I thought it was alone. And I'm like, well, hey, they speaking the truth.
Yeah, because the Lord had to know we were, come on, he had to come and grab us from the trenches. Trench, recognized trench. I'll say that again. That's why some of us had to go, you wouldn't listen to us. If we came in, Miss Pontius,
My son. Well, I know I ain't talking nothing like that.
Yeah. When you want it soft though, come on.
I'm just saying though.
If we can't just throw lilies out, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, man, get your soft ass.
Yeah, you might
I'm
grab
just
some
going in. You might grab the wontons. Yeah, you might grab some wontons. Come on, man. Yeah. But what we're saying is that just like Paul was set up because Paul was a Pharisee of the Pharisees. So when he even said rude speech, he was trained to be eloquent. He was trained up on the law. He said, I'm the Pharisee of the Pharisees. He said, I'm just not a light guy because guess what? He took the Nazarene vow. So he wasn't just a light guy. You got to be a heavy Israelite to have a Nazarite vow, not born. He took it, but he before his death, he cut his hair. He posed himself.
Because in the Nazarene vow, you can't eat certain fruits. You can't,
hard-headed Jakes. So guess what? He was, and he also says, I got the guile. So Paul was an ultimate adapter. If he needed to go get the Pharisee type of Israelite, he could do that. You see how, that's why it says that Paul was a what? He was a chosen vessel. Paul had something in him where he was adaptable. He wasn't just a normal man. He could go in the trench, or he could go he could where the phylacteries was at.
Because we're adaptive too. Because we don't always use other speech. But when we do, we still get the point across, even when we don't use it.
Check this out. Go ahead, bro.
But basically, it's the time but it's the time and the place for it. Because when we are mad, hey, I mean, we're gonna use rude speech, but we're not using it intentionally. It just comes out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Excellent. Orator.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
One camp that really
in Isaiah.
One body.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Woo. You like them?
No, I'm just saying.
Good.
Them dudes.
Good.
Good.
Man, look, them dudes right there, man. Hold on, man. Man, that.
Oh, so y'all know
Yeah.
about really he was gonna be
Yeah.
debating the Jewish guy.
Yeah. You know where Gorilla Hebrew was in our camp? He was in our camp. Gorilla Hebrew, yeah, he got kicked out.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He couldn't take tests.
You can take the test.
Couldn't take tests. In GMS, you gotta take tests. Couldn't take tests. But no, he got kicked out. We're familiar with it. We've actually done. His brother talked to him. Yeah, we've talked to that guy, man.
So he's supposed to be debating.
Because he's a total personality. But we ain't. They're on point. Okay, they're on point with the doctrine. There's certain things that they do. Personally, we don't deal with the guy. But on a because we're not case basis, you know what I'm saying? But the doctrine is on point. We're gonna root for him regardless.
Right.
But when it comes to that, most people won't know that his line, his stem, his cutting teeth was from GMS. That's why. And then Nate learned under Apostle Tahar. He was in Apostle Tahar's camp.
Yeah, but maybe he's off somewhere.
General Yohana learned from Apostle Tahar. General IUIC, guess what? It's them. All these groups are splinter cells of Apostle Tahar.
Right, yeah, came out of one place.
Yeah, and he monitored them. That's why he always worked. They say, "Oh, GMS." No, he's watching his children. If you look at the fruits of all these fruits, that's technically part of his fruits.
Yeah,
but he don't take no credit for it, you
He's
know?
watching his spiritual something.
Turning around with the light and walking on the other side.
Because it says to know the set it by
So
fruit.
much.
Damn, I ain't thought about that.
He checks everything out.
Out of love, though.
Yeah.
He's the one taught us love. That's why we're not. He's taught us to be men. You know what I'm saying? He's taught us to be men in the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shah. It wasn't just. That's how we know. That's how I don't look at. I'm not a circumstantial person. I see the fruits. I see the fruits in this brother. I see the fruits in brothers that we've grown with each other, man. We've been fathers in this. I see brothers that didn't have children and now children. 11 going on 12 years. You know, so it's something that and I was rough around the edges. I'll never forget. My first time was in front of the pound over there down in Jeff City. I was scared as shit. Then my second camp spot was way down there. And then, but I knew that, I just knew it myself. And I'm from Africa too. It ain't no like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was illegal on these streets. But the point is that this right here is the proof in the pudding. And for you, brother, I'm like, man, you got a very, your spirit seems like you get like.
real, but my father was a lot of talking Bible. Go to the scriptures like the Bible scriptures like go to fast peace. I don't know that, but I know anything you say about the Bible, I know.
It says you have a zeal according, but you're not according to knowledge. That's why your zeal has to be constant, just like us. We first started. I started watching Nate. I tell it. I won't lie. I started watching Nate. I was watching Nate, and I was just sitting there watching. But when I came across the apostles, I didn't have the name with Nate because he didn't push the name.
Right.
I didn't ever have the name. I heard the name through Zabak. I listened to them. I was watching their camp and they said it, and I was like, whoa, hold on, what? I paused it. I said, no, whoa, what was that? You know what I said it. I paused the video. I went back. I played it like 10 times. I was just listening to it. I was like, I try to write it down to the best of my ability. I'll never forget. It's like finding something that, like I said, you found a pearl, man. I found it, and I was like, that was it. And man, brother, we'll tell you, man, we done seen things, man. We done actually seen things that are like beyond words that we can express to you. We don't just go like this because we're just following man because it's the cool thing to do, man. We've seen things.
I ain't trying to truth. I'm trying to expand my knowledge.
We're persuaded in our own mind.
Fact, exactly. And we're all we're doing. All we're doing is we're giving you everything we got. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? We've answered the questions. We haven't dodged. We went through it. Even to some things that are not vibing. Because out of anything, we don't know who you are. It says, "Be not wary to entertain strangers, because some have entertained angels unawares." Man, we don't know who you are, but one thing we gonna know is we don't know if you're special to the Most High or not. So our job is to, because guess what? You could be special and we not.
Right.
So our job is to give you.
So we hope we're special.
Right.
Because we don't know.
So
all we're doing
special, you know what I'm saying?
is trying to make our calling and election short because we don't seal nobody.
We don't do anything.
The Holy Spirit does.
That's right.
Does that.
And for you to be here today, and guess what? We were gonna go out yesterday.
Yeah.
But some brothers that are somewhere. We going to Columbia, we going to St. Louis, like
I mean, we got camps in KC. Yeah. We got camps in Kansas. We got camp in Kansas City, and
and Detroit.
Yeah, and Detroit. But I'm telling you, in Missouri alone, we got about a good 1, 2, 3, about 10 brothers. 10, about 10 brothers, give or take. But that's just in us because it says he's gonna be a small sanctuary.
I've been here about a year.
That's crazy.
And I was going to go to the brothers in St. Louis.
I know what you're talking about. I think I know the camp you're talking about.
What, Malachi?
Yeah. I've seen that camp.
Malachi Zior.
Malachi Maccabee with...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. St. Louis brothers. I forgot that.
But the main point is, a lot of the times, a lot of people look at, they really but we believed this before. People used to look, hey, y'all got on bed sheets. People used to clown us, man. We ain't changed up. We ain't got the same garments on.
I got some friends too.
Hey, we ain't mad at you, man.
We've been called crazy and all that.
Yeah, we done had guns. We gotta be pulling on us, man. It's just, you know.
Now we ain't crazy now because now they're like, oh shit. What they've been saying is actually true. Come on now.
Come on, man.
My family, now they come, I've been telling them like this, oh, you, it is like,
Yeah.
trying to say, how they, because I know what they are.
Exactly right.
You know, I done came into and searched out these things and stuff, and I just know it's not of us. This stuff we've been taught, we actually been taught, it's been
Beat into us. That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And we've been celebrating stuff, we don't even know what we celebrate.
And then they want to look at you like, oh yeah, you ain't doing the thing. No, damn that. It says follow not a multitude to do evil, man.
Exactly.
Why would you endanger yourself? The Lord is out here not playing, man. We're coming to the time. This is grace.
Yes.
This is grace we're in. When grace runs out, it's gonna the same Alashad, because his name before we knew him as Yahweh is Alashadja. Alashadja means demon-like power. That's why the demons, when they see Yahushua, they said, man, have you come to take us before our time? Because they knew that was the father of the demon-like power, the son of the demon-like power. They knew like, oh, hey, can we go into them pigs over there? So Yahushua wasn't no light in the spirit world. He's fearful, man.
And that's the same power that went through ancient Egypt.
It was Yahushua. He was the angel of death.
Power.
He was that same angel, man.
The same thing is going to happen again, man. That same power,
It's
that
gonna
same
come over
Yahushua
Egypt.
Mashiach, he's going to come through here and it's going to be the same thing. Apparitions and all that. These people are about to start seeing demons, man.
And understand that when he went over Egypt back then, they didn't even pierce him.
No.
So this time he come in with a pierce, and he said the day of vengeance burns in his heart. So he's not even just that same angel, even the one day in the wilderness. He said, the Lord told him, he said, man, the angel I sent you listen to him. He will not always with you. It was a warning from the Father. He said, this angel, you listen to him. That same Yahushua was killing Israelites in the desert by chariot. He was small. He's the one that stripped Marion. All that was him. That was the same, because he said he's our shepherd. I go before thee. And that cloud, that ship was going before us. And it cloaked us a day, and then it was a sun, it was a light at night, man. So that same, he said, I shall be with thee unto the ends of the earth. He's here now. Where two or more are gathered in my name, there I shall be, man. This is a heavy spirit that we're dealing with. He's always been over Israel. He's always, he said he keeps us as the apple of his eye. Same thing with his father, man. He concentrates. So for us to be alive right now is blessings, man. For us to be alive is a blessing. For us to know the name and to know this level of knowledge is a total blessing, man. We're not worthy of this. We can never take this for any kind of granted, man. The Most High does not make no mistakes. Everything, look how precise the sun comes up. If the earth will tilt, they said if the earth tilts a damn inch, you know how much things have changed. Just a smidget of the moon doesn't be where it's at. The Lord is showing how precise he is. So when it came back to the sign, like I said, it was a seed that was planted in a man's mind, and the Most High watered it. Now it's global, man. We got people in Philistine, that Asian country, the Philippines. We got camps in Philippines. We got camps in Amsterdam, all over Tanzania, brothers standing there in the market. African market, the same ones you say our brothers in Africa. No, we got camps in there. Tanzania. We don't got Tanzania on the sign, but we got a GMS Tanzania with two, and he got another brother with him now.
So,
call hello, man.
So the ones in these other countries, they're telling the ones there that you are Israelites
with the sign. Yeah. And it's because it says got it. He said he shall stir up your pure minds, though you once knew this.
So we were reminded of who we are because people say they are educated, right? But educate means to draw out from within. So how are they educated when they've been indoctrinated by something they never knew? But we knew that we were Israelites, but we were just being reminded now.
I'm pure mind.
Right.
Stir it up.
So what's in us is being drawn out. We're being reminded.
That's why it's a seed that's coming to us. We have to. They look at it like dudes like, oh yeah, I might be But then when they hear that, that's just to stem something in their mind, and then guess what? When that spirit starts, the scriptures start coming in them. Because 9 out of 10 times, anybody that points on this, they got a basis of not religion, but spirituality. It might not be tied into the truth, but there's a basic there. Like when I was finding the truth, man, I was finding. I was like, I was looking out of nowhere. I was trying to be a rapper. One day I'm just looking. I'm on the internet. I'm just looking. I just started looking, and then it went from looking to like, I'm looking. Like I'm going through different things. I don't know if it was I was getting older. And I was looking. I was meditating. I was doing this. I was finding here. I was like, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. But then I found the truth. I was like, that. I was like, oh man, I found rest. You know.
How I found this, I was. I came across a UIC video, and I'm like, what's this? So I clicked on it. I took my headphones off. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, what? So I paused it, and I got my scripture. They I'm like, no. That's not what they're saying, right? I read it about 5 times. And the Holy Spirit said, listen, man, that's what it said. So take it or leave it. So when that happened, I was like, I'm never going back to church again. I never went back.
And actually, that's going to church. I was going to church all my life, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not missing something. I'm not feeling something.
That's
So
right.
I go to church, but I'm not really. They have like a cycle where they go through the whole Bible and it's all over again.
Yeah.
So he teaches the same sermon like every Christmas,
He just dust off them notes and
right,
go back.
that's it.
Yeah, but you're not getting fed, though.
I'm not getting fed.
Yeah.
Like, I said, Lord, just lead me. I'm like, wow.
I know it.
Bam, like the lights turned on, like this is us.
I know it.
Pause right. 28, like this is going to say this is a sign of wonder for these people. This is us. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, bro.
That's
You tell it's almost like it's like a sweet nostalgia when you say it, bro. It's like I thank the Lord, man. Regardless, you know what I'm saying. We may like it says even with I'm just happy of us coming back to ourselves.
Right.
I truly am, man. It's just like, you know, hope was lost, man. We haven't had hope in a long time. I'm talking about generations. Like this is hope. What we had before was not even the Malcolm X's, all that bullshit was not hope. This right here, we live in this. Me and this brother, our conversations are in heaven, man. Like we talk about what we want to do. We talk about like we got land. You gotta. And I say this, man. You pray to the Heavenly Father and say, man, I want my land. I promise. The Father's not a liar. You got a plot of land somewhere. You being an Israelite, man, we make it, we don't make it. But guess what? There's gonna be a day that the Lord's gonna set your foot in your property. Nobody, no rent, no mortgage, nothing where you can build your house, your seat. I yearn for that. I don't know if I'm getting old or something, but it's almost orgasmic thinking about it, man. Where I can just survive. I don't care if there's a damn house on it. If it's just some wood and grass, I'm just gonna walk through it like, oh my, it's mine. It's me. This is me and mine. Christianity don't give us that. None of these other religions in this world give us that. That's what the Lord said. He said, come and rest with us. That's what we're saying, brother. And I can see it on you. Your soul's at rest, but it's still, there's one thing in the scripture where it says that when a man said he found a pearl, he sell it all. And then those, and we read earlier, Daniel said he's going to make him a quick thing. What is he doing now? He's stirring up and giving us, because man, if this is heavy enough. we make it and we endure, we're going to be the government body of our whole nation. The elect is going to stand separate from it. That's why you have the Israel, but then you have the Israel of the Most High. So that's what you want to yearn for. Yeah, you want to do. You don't. I mean, you know you Israelite is beautiful, but the next level, you got to want to get the Israel of the Most High, because then you're beloved, man. That's why I said we don't know who you are. You could be beloved by the Lord, and you brought here today because, like I said, we were going to go out yesterday, but the Spirit said. I called this brother up. I was like, man, let's go out tomorrow. Out of nowhere, I was getting ready, and then today, my daughter was supposed to be at the crib, and I was like, damn, man, we gonna do online. But she called me and was like, nah, she took it at work. I was like, damn, that's a spirit. I got right up, went to do everything, we came out. So today was already written to where there was things that was moved in our lives to where we could talk to you today, man. So thank the Lord for that, man. You know what I'm saying? And what we're giving to you, take it over, research it, man, look into it. Dive into it, but the one thing, don't listen to these other camps, because what it is, there's a personal vendetta, especially against the apostles and elders, because these guys are taking things personally, man. Even the apostle elders always tell us, man, there could be elect in these groups. None of these groups ever say that GMS could be an elect.
Right.
They never say it. We always the worst fucking group, man.
And that's what I don't understand about our people. You know, we supposed to be brothers in this truth. We're
Gotcha.
supposed to come together. We're supposed to be arguing. But we got doctrinal differences. Okay, that means everybody ain't agree, but we still being brothers in love in this truth.
Gotcha.
So,
there's gonna be a time. There's gonna be a time, because you even had this, even in the time of Yahweh Shai, you had some that was following John. You even had what is it, Apollo? Apollos wasn't. He was somebody that was preaching around that time. We don't know much about him, but he was preaching, but he wasn't off. And then you had what was that? Aquila and Priscilla. They seen that. Forgot his name. It escapes me, Salakia. But he was preaching the truth, but he wasn't preaching Yahweh Shai. And they came and they said, "Hey man, let me give you the fullness." And he accepted it. He said, "Oh snap!" And then he went out back teaching. So there was different. We're that generation coming back again. You know what I'm saying?
Because even like during the time of the Yahweh Shai, certain sects were skirmishes and all that. Same thing happened. You can't stop it from happening. It's gonna happen because hey man, family argue.
Yeah, you do.
Family argue, family fight.
Man, and even in the kingdom, even the apostles say it, man. Even these guys that have come back, we're gonna be like, man, brother, it's okay.
It's all good, yeah.
We're gonna be like, man, hold it, because it says they're gonna rise to some to everlasting shame and contempt. So there's gonna be guys in this truth that rise up, but they're gonna have in their mind like, damn, man, I was off. You know, they're gonna have they're gonna be in the kingdom, decadence, living land. You know, we're gonna be at festivals. Come on, man. It's okay, brother. Oh man, come on. But after a time, he gonna smile. He gonna hold his head up. Nate is wicked, and he's done. He's gonna come back. He's gonna be like Nate. He's gonna be the little guy. He's gonna be like Nate, man. Come on, man. I learned from you. I learned from you, Lord. But at the end of the day, even the Lord, because He says all Israel shall be saved. That's why it says when men love thy enemy. He's talking about no fucking Edomite. He's talking about your fellow brother. Because guess what? When he was on the cross, what did Yahweh Shai do? We gotta follow him.
And he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So Jake didn't know what they was doing.
right.
They was just like, I don't like him.
Right.
And he wasn't emotional. He told them. That was on his death. That was, let's say, he had a deathbed confession.
Right.
He said, he understood it. That was the ultimate moment. He understood. He became the one to sit on the right hand of it.
People reject it, like, so again, that's what they did to him. They picked the Bible instead of the Christ.
Man, that's it.
You know, and that's us. Not all of us.
And Peter denied him 3 times.
Yeah.
Are we come on, everybody, that's the elephant in the room. Peter defied him. That was and he's the head of the church.
Right.
3 times. I don't know him. Imagine hearing that. That's your man's. That was, you walk with him, talk with him, ate with him. And he told him, he said, Peter, you gonna deny me 3 times. He said, Father, he got Peter was animated, bro. He wasn't no, come on. He was like, Father,
No, Peter couldn't stop himself from doing it because it was supposed to happen.
Yeah. And Peter wasn't supposed to go with him because it was meant for him to be glorified. Because if the Lord and Peter got crucified at the same time, then we have Jake, big head Jake. We be having to argue that point. So who is really the? Come on, man. I can hear Jake now. Come on, man. I can hear him. If Peter and the Lord got crucified at that time, and they would have been like, okay, so who felt? No, that was set. As much as the Spirit jumped on it, because the Lord said, he said, man, Peter, Satan desired to sift you. At that moment, he told him, Satan desired to sift you out, man. Satan, what? You know? So he jumped on him and he denied him, man. Yeah. And then guess what? The one that got him the most was the man that cut off his ear earlier that day. The centurion, he said, nah, that's him. You think he was going to forget? Man, he cut my ear off. He was in the garden with him. Yeah. That's him. Man, it's him, man. That's him. It's him. Peter was like, man, look.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, come on, man. That's hell of a, for the Lord, that show you our power has a very angelic sense of humor, man. It's almost, that's how we're funny people, man. We're the funny, even the Lord was funny. He said, those sons of thunder, man. The Lord was a joker, man. You got to put a personality to this power, because guess what? You ain't gonna give your life to somebody you don't love, man. You got to learn to love the Lord. This is our walk. That's what it says, the bride of the Lamb, man. So you got to learn to, a bride that loves her husband. And he promised to him. So if you you got to learn to love this. Just like he said, the Lord loved the church, man. He loved us, man. And that ain't the love the circumstantial. That's love to die for, man.
Because it says, rejoice with the wife of thy youth. The wife of our youth is this knowledge. It's this truth. Because
I've been in it, don't rejoice. It's lonely, but you don't rejoice.
Yeah.
Same thing. We confine ourselves. We don't do much.
And that's why I say, for at the first, she will walk with him by
crooked ways
and bring fear and dread upon him. But then she will return the straight way before him and show him her secrets. But wisdom got to trust you first, though.
She's looking at you. But now this is your door into the courts of wisdom.
Now, by her bringing fear and dread upon you, she's trying. She's like, well, let's see if I do this. All right. This. All right. Well, he's ready. Now, wisdom in the Greek is Sophia. Sophia, that's your wife, man.
She's feminine.
Love her.
She's a feminine spirit.
Love her. Never forsake her, man. She's yours, man.
She, like it says, it's the trying time, because guess what? She wants to see if they want to see if you're the real McCoy. They know who is who, but you tried. Like this past year has been one of the roughest years for our body in years. Man. A couple of years have been rough. Last year was rough. The year before was rough. We've been attacked, man. You know what I'm saying? We've lost things.
2021 was the roughest year for me.
We've lost, man. We've lost in this. For guys to sit there and talk about us like we just, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, look at stuff. No, but guess what? They're fuel for the fire, because guess what? The most consistent camp, the most consistent men, feed-wise, is the apostle elders, and then they teach us to be consistent. And there's videos every day. You cannot. It's impossible for you to watch every GMS video in one day. There's not enough hours in the day. Listen, that's why I said, see, out of that belly shall flow rivers. Cali, bro.
I don't watch, like I said, I don't watch every camp. I don't watch every camp.
And some of us are rude, and some of us are some more philosophical. You just gotta, I mean, that's why it says we got a buffet. You pick what you like. But guess what? They're gonna be on the same accord. You might have a brother that might not be as, rough, but guess what? He's the same doctrine as the rough and rugged one. You know what I'm saying?
So we have different spirits, different personalities, but the same spirit. The different personalities, but the same spirit. So some of us gonna be rough.
No, don't let him fool you. That's the Hebrew man. that's the priest.
Well, I hope.
Yeah. I tell you, it says let another man esteem you. That's a priest, man. I'm gonna tell you that much. But nah, brother, you got any more questions? Hey, I got your digits, my man. Hey, and we say this is the there you go. There it is. See, there.
You got our YouTube?
Yeah, I got
Find
it.
you JC Amath, and then GMS News, and then give him your
GMS News?
yeah, GMS News Amath. And then give to this brother, and this is our we have the main cam video, and then these are our lessons we do throughout the day too, man. You know, so you get fed through that way too, man, and then, you know, definitely.
GMS words of prophecies.
GMS News 1, that'll be we have reports of somebody begging. And then you just type in GMS News 1, NEW, make sure it it'll come over the news page and sit downs. We have reports of somebody begging. You like beggars to you?
Like you said, and you fit the description. Like,
What? Like,
I got a hat on, black hat.
like none of us, you asked us, but he the only one to really fit the description.
Yeah.
They would have been like, he had a flowing
Yeah.
garment on and a
Yeah.
chain, we
Yeah.
might be talking.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, man, hey, you take care of yourself, brother. And then you
That's
got
y'all
it, man.
need.
Hey, thank you. What's your name again?
Mel.
Mel.
Yeah.
Good meeting you, Mel.
Good meeting you guys.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Hey, so Lord willing, was edifying lesson. With that, we want to close it out. We want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Shalom, my people.
Shalom.
The same one they want to push unto Jake, man. You Israelites pushing that name should be terribly ashamed of yourself, man. The Lord gave us the opportunity to call. It does matter. Why do you think he took it away? You guys saying call him what he or it don't matter. It does matter. Why do you think he took his name? That was a point in history to say, I'm gonna take my name from you so you can't even call on me. So why do you think when he gave it back, now you be like, no, we need to use it.
Right, man, look, you better use it. You better use it. Man has the nerve to say you can call him what you want. Nigga, you a goddamn lie. But he won't let no one call him whatever they want, though.
Exactly. Let your son call you out your name, man. If you a parent, let your child come and call you that something, or let him call you by your first name. You'll be offended. No, I wasn't saying that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But if you see a child call you by your out of your first name, you're gonna be like, what? Man, I never called my father by his government, his name.
Man, let your son come in the house and say, I'm gonna say, hey, what up, nigga? You was like, what? Man, you gonna commence to whooping ass.
You gonna throw the remote? He gonna run. He already gonna know. He gonna that instinct that animals have. That nigga gonna get it right there.
Yeah.
Your father throw the remote and just jump off the couch. Nigga, you running like a Chase Rowe with Heinz feet. He can't get that belt off fast enough. He don't even run after you. He give you a head start. He going to the belt room. He in that thing like Batman's closet. It's a button he press.
He's taking his time too.
Yeah.
Picking out the right weapon.
He go get that Sunday buckle. You hear me?
Yeah, man, the big buckle.
With that one stroke, you damn near in death. I've been whooped before.
Yeah.
I've been whooped. Hey, that's how you gotta get whooped. So you know, some of the worst days of my life was in whoopings, man.
Man.
I was hoping for good. You know when they were saying in the Apocrypha, they hope this apparition turned to good. That's how you feel. That's why you kids don't even get whooped these days, man. Whoopings are good for you. A good ass whooping is good for you, man. That's why kids don't know how to act these days, man. They don't have no respect. Respect breeds energy, man. If you're a disrespectful person, you're gonna attract more disrespect. You're supposed to teach people, treat people in kind, man. Kids these days have no respect for themselves. That's why they don't have any self-esteem. Whooping gets that. An ass whooping to get you some self-esteem, man.
Whoop they ass, man.
Whoop them. Whoop your children, man.
They ain't gonna die. And the scriptures say that, man. If you whoop him, he ain't gonna die. Whoop his ass, man. Man, I'm glad my mom and dad whooped us.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, I learned things. Man.
Yeah. Wow, man.
When you in that vision of the ass whooping, you like, man, I ain't doing that shit no more. Your brain was like, nah.
Man, when you see that belt coming,
Man,
oh,
look.
Lord.
I was whooped with strokes. Man, it was ass whooping. Hey, I come from a country where they whooped you in school. When I was in school, I was in a boarding school when I was little. And I remember my parents would tell me, you get in trouble, the teacher will whoop you, then they'll tell on you. So then don't let no funny on the way home, your neighbor might whoop your ass, and then you get home, guess what? Your parents gonna whoop you just because you embarrassed them.
Now, in St. Louis, right?
Come.
The same thing happened. The teacher let to whoop our asses, man.
Yep.
Man, and I got mine whooped a couple of times, man. Several times. Man, man, my teacher, Miss Francis, man,
Miss Francis.
man,
She sound like an ass whooper.
man, she took me by my ear, man, it just dragged me in the back of the classroom.
Yeah.
In the ass whooping room.
Call that the boiler room here.
Woo!
Whoopings are good for you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoopings are good for you. That's why it says Proverbs 29:17. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. He shall give delight unto thy soul. Now we can tie this in with the Heavenly Father, man. See, that's the spirit. See what we say about the spirit? The spirit is bigger. What does Yahweh say? The spirit is willing.
Yeah.
The spirit that dwelleth in us, man, it wants to go hard. It wants to. That's why we're tapping into it now more than ever, man. But it says, so what did Yahweh said? So he chastised Israel as his son, and guess what? What are we gonna do for him? We're gonna give. He says, and he shall give thee rest. What's the kingdom of heaven? It's rest for the Heavenly Father, man.
Right.
Because we're good. Guess what? Because we're gonna be the new layers of the land, man.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be made perfect. That's why it says, I should make thee rulers over 10 cities. I should make thee rulers over 5 cities. What do you think we're gonna be doing, man? Whooping ass, Jake. look, that's how you get that prison whooping ass, Jake. We're gonna be lusting after that. We're gonna put order on the planet Earth, man.
Yeah.
Sodomites and pedophilia, that's gonna be done with, man. The kingdom of heaven is going to be ruled in righteousness. No more harlotry, no more OnlyFans, no more pornographic industry. All that gonna be done away with, man. We're gonna be happy as shit, man. Let us catch you with a flick, man. It's gonna be a death. Let us catch you with an ancient flick. It's gonna be a bad deal for you, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able, man. That's a heavy call law, man. We're gonna rule things, man. We're not just gonna be sitting there chilling and drinking wine all day in the back. Look, with the foot out. You know how Jake. You know how Jake do. Yeah, day 349. You chilling? No. You're gonna put work. We're gonna want to put work in because we're gonna want to know what the world will look like if there is no order, man.
Man, we gonna be exploring and all that, man. It's gonna be a whole lot to do, but it's gonna be fun, though, man.
Whole lot, man.
It won't feel like work.
Nah, it's gonna be
Because
beautiful.
you ain't gotta work. We gonna do it because we want to do it.
We're gonna make money.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shah was able to manipulate elements, man. If he gives us that blessing, we have access to everything. gonna be able to, if you want a damn jewel, you're gonna be able to just metamorph. We're gonna be able to make stones. You want opal? Look, I'm gonna have an opal, man. Look, I might come up with the opal and leather sandals on them boys. The high top opals and leather sandals. We're gonna be all with the leather sandals with the bottoms like that though.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able to have high fashion, man. It's gonna look far out. The colors. And then guess what? We're gonna be able to see in better colors, man.
Yeah.
Just like now, melanin allows us. Imagine the Lord unlock colors we ain't never seen before, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able to look at the earth and be like, God, look at this. Somebody come look at this. You know?
Yeah.
Your women are gonna. You only gonna be able to live with an Israelite woman fully. You gonna be able to be like, she gonna see like you,
Yeah.
taste like you. You know what I'm saying? The heathens are still gonna be. They're gonna be, what is it, halfway, man. They're not gonna have the fullness.
Doing all.
That's right. That's right, man. And that's our blessing. So imagine that we're gonna live in the earth perfect around those that are not.
Right.
That's gonna really make us holy, man. That's gonna literally solidify our holiness. And it says, this is Proverbs 19 and verse 15. It says, the rod and reproof give wisdom. Come on, we hit it. That's what we said earlier.
Yeah.
It says ass whoopings give you what? We learn from it. Ass whoopings give you knowledge. That's why the Lord said, spare the rod and spoil the child, man. So as a nation, we had to be beat. We had to go into slavery. We had to be displaced because that's what we learned to be what? To come back to ourselves, man. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on? You got a question, my man?
I have a question when y'all teach.
Oh, we the Israelite. We teach here.
Class?
That we in class now. We usually teach here or Columbia. So we're up here today, but you know, it's one of them days.
Y'all got a school?
No, we don't got a school. It says where two or more are gathered in our name. We got a YouTube, you know. Look at our YouTube site. Okay, yeah, you can. I mean, if you go on there, you can message us and then you watch the videos and see whatever, anything you want like that. How you know about Israelites? What you know?
I know we is.
Okay, how long you been doing that?
Oh, ever since 2017.
That's what's up. How did you stumble on the truth?
I just moved here. Somebody was like,
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Where'd you move from?
I'm from Michigan, Detroit.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, man, you know, we definitely we in Jeff City, so.
Y'all in Jeff City?
Yes, sir. We in Jeff City.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your contact, man? We'll get your contact and we'll definitely talk with you, man. Let me see. What's your number, man?
313.
Hold on. Let me pause this real quick for you, man. That way I don't have to do edit.